you're absolutely right. So a little girl is lying on the ground. Maybe she has just had an accident, and there are many people around her trying to help her out. So, okay, today we have a very interesting topic, and we're going to listen to an expert talk about how to help people. So let's start the class, my friend. Okay, so here we have two pictures. So I will ask Queen, what can you see in picture one?
Yes, in the picture one, I see people has injury in head.
Okay, you're absolutely right. Very good. So, Lynn, what can you see in picture two? Tell me, please.
In the picture to the man, he had, I guess, he had broken his leg.
Okay, maybe.
He had accident, broken, sprained.
All right. Okay, you're absolutely right. Of course, very good. All right, wonderful. So I want to ask this question. Now, have you ever hurt a part of your body and what happened? Well, I want to ask our student Goyet. Goyet, can you please answer?
Yes, I have a hurt in my leg, yeah, for 3 months ago. Yeah, I had accident when I ride a bicycle,
Mm-hmm.
and I found out. After that, I had the rat and leak out in my legs.
Oh, mm-hmm. Right. I can totally understand. All right. Thank you for sharing your experience. So we have one more question here. So why is it important to know first aid? All right. I want to ask our student Bing. Bing, what do you think about this question here?
Uh, I think the reason is when we know first aid, we can control and solve the problem, and my injury is not extreme.
Uh-huh. Okay. I can totally understand your idea, so thank you so much for sharing. All right, guys, so why is it important to know first aid? We're going to find out the answer during our today's topic. Okay, my dear friends, we're going to do lots of things for today, and by the end of the class, you will be able to use the target vocabulary to talk about accidents. Use the second conditional to talk about hypothetical or impossible situations in the present or future. And number three, identify main ideas in an interview about tips on first aid. So this is what we're going to do for today. So let's start, and here we have the first part. You should look at the hint. The hint is the picture, and unscramble the word. So we have ROBENK. So I will ask Finn, what word do we have here?
Yes, I think the word is broken.
Of course, so we have the word broken. Very well done. All right, so now, Queen, tell me this one, please.
Yes, sprained.
Okay, sprained. So this is what we have. Wonderful. All right, so here we have number three. Guys, you should complete the sentences with the words from the box. We have cut, ambulance, awake, bleeding, injury, and read. So this is what we have here. Okay, good. Let me know when you're back, please. Okay, so here we have sentence zero. Sam got a knee blank while playing basketball. So, alright, I will ask Ling, what word do we have here?
Mm, Sam got a knee
injury while playing basketball. Alright, let's only say basketball, basketball.
basketball,
There we go. Very good pronunciation now. Well done. Okay, my dear friends. Now, here we have some other sentences, and I will send you the activity, and I'll give you 1 minute to complete the task. Please begin. Okay, so I hope you're also done. So I want to ask our student Bing, please read number 1.
Yes, I would call the ambulance if I brought my phone with me.
Okay, all right. So that was a good answer. So let's check if you're right. You're absolutely right. So I want to ask Kuan, tell me number 2, please.
yes, my brother suffered a deep cut on his arm from a car accident.
Okay, let's say car. Okay, we're going to sound a bit more. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Yes,
So
cut in accident.
yes, there we go. Cut and car. Cut and car. Okay, so this is what we have.
Yes, cut and car.
Perfect pronunciation now. Well done. Queen, number 3, please.
Yes, if the injured person were awake, I could ask how he or she felt.
Okay, how he or she felt. All right. Lynn, number 4, please.
I think it is important to stop the cut from bleeding.
Very good. That was a good answer. Well done. And Bing, number 5, please.
CPR is the first aid technique to help a patient breathe again.
All right. Very good. Well done, guys. You completed the activity quite nicely because you didn't make any mistakes here. Well done, my friend. Now, have you ever seen a very bad accident and tell me what happened? Alright, so our student Guyet is back. Guyet, can you please answer the given question?
Mm, yes, I have seen some bus accident, yeah, in the bus, yeah, and it had the best accident for two motorbikes, yeah, and they attack directly, and that's the reason the people on the vehicle it has the bad injury. Yeah, and the bleeds out so much, and they have to get support to come to a hospital to treatment.
Okay, let's say to have treatment or to get treatment.
To get treatment, yes.
Okay, alright, fantastic. Okay, I can absolutely understand what you're saying, so thanks for sharing. Now, my dear friends, I think we're good here and we can move on to the next part. So here we have vocabulary. I'll read the words for you and you please follow my pronunciation, okay? Please only listen. Let's go. Injury, injury, broken, broken, sprained, sprained, cat, cat, awake, awake, ambulance, ambulance, breathe, breathe, bleed, bleed. Now I want to begin with Fern. Fern, please read words number 1 and 2.
Yes, injury, broken.
Okay, so pay attention to the pronunciation of the first one, to the intonation. So we go injury, injury.
Injury.
Okay, alright, that sounds better now. Injury. Okay, fantastic. So I think we're good. Now, Queen, please read words number 3 and 4.
Yes, sprained, cut,
Okay, Queen, please pay attention to A sound. So we go sprained, sprained.
sprained,
So we have kind of sprained, okay?
sprained,
This one was better, of course, because I could hear yeah. So keep practicing after the class as well. Good reading.
sprained,
All right, Lynn, words number 5 and 6, please.
Awake, ambulance,
Okay, let's work on these 2 words. So first, A sound. So we go awake, awake.
awake,
Very good.
awake.
Awake. There we go. That sounds better. And for the last one, don't forget about the ending sound. So we go ambulance.
Ambulance,
Ambulance.
sprained,
ambulance.
Okay, very good. This sounds better, of course, now. Well done. All right. Queen, please read words number 7 and 8.
Yes. Read. Lead.
All right. Let's work on the sound. So we go breathe.
Read.
Breathe. Breathe.
Read.
Okay, sounds better. Keep practicing after the class as well. All right, Bing, you're reading words number 1 and 2, please.
Injury. Broken.
Let's say O, not O, but O-U together. Broken, broken.
Broken. Broken.
Sounds better now. Very well done. Good job. Okay, that was really good. So here I'll type for you. We have O-U sound, okay? O. Not broken, but broken, broken. Okay, so this is what we say, guys. All right, well done, my friends. Please, one more time, have a look at pronunciation. And of course, have a look at the words that I advise you to practice more. And practice them a little bit more after the lesson. It will be really good. Now we can move on to grammar. So what type of conditional are the sentences below? Well, number 1, if the injured person was awake, I would ask how he or she felt. Well, here, what type of conditional is sentence 1? What do you think?
I think it's second conditional.
Okay, good. Quinn, what do you think about the second sentence?
Yes, the second two is two conditional.
Conditional 2 or
Yes.
second conditional. Okay, guys, you're absolutely right, everyone. So second conditional, the function. Let's have a look at it. We use the second conditional to talk about hypothetical or impossible situations in the present or future. So the form or the structure is if plus past simple, would, could, might plus verb infinitive. So this is what we have. Note, in formal English we say if, I, he, she, it, were instead of was. However, many English speakers do not use this form anymore and simply use was. So nowadays in spoken English you will never hear this phrase, okay guys, especially right now. You will never hear it. But you can hear it. There is a very small possibility that you can hear this in formal context. But definitely you can hear was structure, of course. Okay, my friends. Now, pay attention to the comma. So if the if clause, if goes after the clause in the second part, so we have no comma. But if you start your sentence with the word if, there should be a comma. So please pay attention to this, okay? So this very small sign over here. So alright, I think everything is covered now, and I think we can move on. You should put the verbs in the correct form of second conditional. So zero sentence. If you blank have a broken wrist, it would be difficult to drive. Okay, I will ask Ling, what do you think the correct answer here is?
Second.
Yes, my opinion, if you had a broken wrist, it would be difficult to write.
Let's work on pronunciation a little bit. We go wrist, wrist,
Break,
wrist.
reached,
Okay, better. Drive, drive.
to drive, drive,
In the end. Drive.
drive,
Okay,
drive.
sounds better now. Well done. All right, my friends, here we have some other sentences. I have already sent you the activity, and you have 1 minute and 30 seconds to complete the task. Please begin. Okay, guys, I hope you finished. So now I want to ask Guyet, please read number 1.
Yes, I would buy some medicines if I had a fever.
All right. So we say I would buy. So this is what we have. Well done. Bing, please read number 2.
I might have the person sit up if that was okay.
Okay, I might help. Very good. All right. Now, Shun, number three.
Yes, if you got a sprained ankle while running, you would need to stop and rest immediately.
All right. So if you got, so this is what we have. Well done. Queen, number four, please.
Yes, if you help the person up when he or she were injured, you could make the injury worse.
All right. You could make the injury worse. Well done. Very good. Okay, Lynn, number five, please.
We would take John to the hospital if he was too tired.
All right, if he was too tired. So look here, it also says where, but we remember that this is used in formal context, guys. Now, what would you do if you saw a person, blah, blah, blah. So here we have listening. Now, trip and fall, still awake. Trip and fall, not awake. And break her arm. So these are the three situations that we have here. Alright, so I want to ask our student Guyet, Guyet, what would you do if you saw a person trip and fall, still awake?
Yes. Uh, if I show a person who trips and falls but still awake, yeah, I will ask him some question. Yeah. How about situation? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He pain or not, and which position they feel pain.
Ah, alright, okay, I can absolutely understand. Let's only say, Guyet, look, the question asks you, what would you do? So the answer should be, I would ask him, not I will, okay?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Uh-huh. And also, guys, always pay attention. So, pay attention to the question. So, if I say, what do you like? So, do you like, right? So, I used present simple. It means you should give the answer in present simple as well. So, here also, I ask, what would you do? I would blah blah blah. So you use the same verb tense in order to give an answer. Okay, so this will help you a lot. Okay, Bing, what would you do if you saw a person trip and fall not awake?
If I saw a person trip and fall and not awake, I would call the ambulance.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a very reasonable answer. Very good. Now, all right, Hook, what would you do if you saw a person break her arm?
Yes, maybe I will check her. Um, uh, there are not bleeding, and yes, and if there is a cut, maybe I will try to stop it bleeding, and yes, after that I will call the ambulance or
Mm-hmm.
uh, take her to the hospital.
Of course, those are very reasonable steps that you would do. Okay, fantastic. All right, now here we have listening, guys. Listen to part of the conversation between Dan and Madison. Then choose true or false. So this is the task that we have. So here we have the skill box. In step 1, underline keywords from the statement. So first, we underline the keywords here. So the keywords in number 1 are need to know, first aid, serious accident. Then, in the second one, the keywords are a person trips and falls, sidewalk, help that person up immediately. Step number 2, listen, pay attention to the keywords, and we're going to listen to the recording once now, guys. Let's listen together.
Hello, I'm Dan Foster. This week, our guest is Madison Gray. Madison is a nurse, and she's going to be talking to me about being ready for accidents. Madison, what's the first thing we should know about accidents?
The most important thing is to have some basic training in first aid for common accidents. If you saw someone trip and fall while walking on the sidewalk, what would you do?
I guess I would help the person up.
That's not a good idea. If the person was injured, you could make the injury worse. First, I would see if he or she was awake. If the answer was yes, I would ask the person how he or she felt. Injuries like a broken wrist or a sprained ankle. Then I might help the person sit up. And if that was okay, I'd help the person stand.
Okay, guys. So now we compare the information you listen to with the statement. If they are the same, you choose true. If they are different, you choose false. So now I'm going to play the recording again for each statement. Let's listen to statement 1 now, okay? Let's start.
The most important thing is to have some basic training in first aid for common accidents. If you saw someone...
Okay, so here we have the transcript. It says, the most important thing is to have some basic training in first aid for common accidents. So when we compare the information, we understand that this statement is false. Because it says for serious accidents, but the other one says common accidents. Alright, and for number 2, it says, I guess I would help the person out. That's not a good idea. And in the end, first I would see if he or she was awake, then blah blah blah, so that continues. So, based on this information, we can understand that statement 2 is also false. Now, I want to ask you, so is the information new? Did you always follow the same steps as what Madison talked about? I want to ask Quinn.
Yes.
What do you think about the question?
Yes, I think, yes, I follow the same step what medicine talk about.
That's really good to hear. Let's only work on the ending sounds, Quinn, about try to pronounce it a bit harder. Okay, my friends, I think we're good here. And let's practice some listening questions together, guys. Alright, now let's do practice 1 together. Listen to part of the conversation between Dan and Madison, then choose true or false. Please follow the steps that we've learned. Let's do step 1 first. So, identify keywords from the statement. So, we have sentence number 1. I want to ask our student Lynn, tell me the keywords for number 1, please.
Yes, the keyword, the person wasn't awake. You should call an ambulance.
Okay, ambulance. Alright, those are the keywords that we have. Quiet, tell me the keywords for number 2, please.
Yes. Need to do something else. Keep a broken arm from moving.
Let's only work on pronunciation here as well. Let's say something else. Else.
Yeah, something else.
Okay, that sounds better, of course. Very good. Alright, now I'll give you some time to listen to the conversation. So let's please do that together. Let's listen.
And what if the person wasn't awake?
Then I would see if he or she was breathing. If not, I'd do CPR and call an ambulance. If the person was breathing, I would try to make him or her comfortable. Then I would call an ambulance.
Okay. What about something like a broken arm?
First, I would check for any cuts. It's important to stop any bleeding first because you can lose a lot of blood very quickly. If there were any cuts, I would press on them with a clean cloth. Then I would find a way to keep the arm from moving. If I could, I would put ice on the arm for the pain. Finally, I would call an ambulance.
Okay, so I hope you also finished. So now I'll play the answer to number 1. Let's listen together.
And what if the person wasn't awake?
Then I would see if he or she was breathing. If not, I'd do CPR and call an ambulance. If the person was breathing, I would try to make him or her comfortable. Then I would call an ambulance.
Okay. What about something like a broken arm?
First, I would check for any...
Okay, so before listening to the second one, guys, I'm sorry, I want to ask you about number 1. So, alright, Ben, what do you think about number 1?
I think number 1 is false.
Okay, alright, so you think number 1 is false, and you're absolutely right, because we have the transcript here. Well done. Now, okay, let's listen to the continuation.
What about something like a broken arm?
First, I would check for any cuts. It's important to stop any bleeding first because you can lose a lot of blood very quickly. If there were any cuts, I would press on them with a clean cloth. Then I would find a way to keep the arm from moving.
Alright, so we're done now, and I want to ask our student Fern, do you have any idea about the second one? What's the answer here?
Yes, I think it's true.
Okay, so you think the second one is true, and you're absolutely right, of course. Very well done. Okay, my friends, now you're going to do this alone. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so let me see. My slide is not working. Okay, here we go. Alright, now here we have the instruction. You should listen to the whole conversation again and choose true or false. I'm going to send you the activity first, and of course, please follow the steps that we have already learned. I've already sent you the activity. Now, Quinn, tell me the keywords for number 1, please.
Yes, the keyword number 1 is the first thing, do any accident, check injury.
Okay, so there we go, very good. Quinn, tell me the keywords for number 2, please.
Yes, the keyword are set that whether injured person awake or not.
Okay, so that was another good identification. Well done. Lynn, number 3.
Yes, check any cut before from moving.
Before keeping arm moving. All right, wonderful. Okay, and Guyet, number 4, please.
Yes, need some object. Have stopped the bleeding and pain.
Okay, very good. All right, now, guys, I will play the audio for you twice. Okay, let's listen, please.
Hello, I'm Dan Foster. This week, our guest is Madison Gray. Madison is a nurse, and she's going to be talking to me about being ready for accidents. Madison, what's the first thing we should know about accidents?
The most important thing is to have some basic training in first aid for common accidents. If you saw someone trip and fall while walking on the sidewalk, what would you do?
I guess I would help the person up.
That's not a good idea. If the person was injured, you could make the injury worse. First, I would see if he or she was awake. If the answer was yes, I would ask the person how he or she felt. I would check for injuries like a broken wrist or a sprained ankle. Then I might help the person sit up. And if that was okay, I'd help the person stand.
And what if the person wasn't awake?
Then I would see if he or she was breathing. If not, I'd do CPR and call an ambulance. If the person was breathing, I would try to make him or her comfortable. Then I would call an ambulance.
Okay. What about something like a broken arm?
First, I would check for any cuts. It's important to stop any bleeding first because you can lose a lot of blood very quickly. If there were any cuts, I would press on them with a clean cloth. Then I would find a way to keep the arm from moving. If I could, I would put ice on the arm for the pain. Finally, I would call an ambulance.
We'll be back with more from Madison after these messages.
Okay, alright, so I hope you're done now, and I'm going to play the answers only, okay? So let's listen to the exact answers of the statement. So we're listening to statement 1 together.
Injury worse. First, I would see if he or she was awake. If the answer was yes, I would...
Okay, so alright, you can also submit your answers, and I will ask Bing, what's your answer for number 1?
The answer is false
Okay, why?
because the first thing is check the people still awake or not.
Okay, if he or she is still awake or not. Very good, Ben. Well done. Okay, now we have the second part now, guys. Let's listen, please.
First, I would see if he or she was awake. If the answer was yes, I would ask the person how he or she felt. I would check for injuries like a broken wrist or a sprained ankle. Then I might help the person sit up. And if that was okay, I'd help the person stand.
And what if the person wasn't awake?
Then I would see if he or she was breathing. If not, I'd do CPR and call an ambulance.
Okay, so I want to ask Finn, what do you think about the second one?
Yes, I think it's false.
Okay, can you explain why?
Because if a person awake, she will ask her how her feel. Yes.
Okay, so she would do different things, right? Different actions.
Yes.
Okay. So yes. Go.
Yes.
All right, fantastic. Okay, so you're right. So the answer is false, of course. Well done for this part. Now let's listen to the third question, guys.
Okay. What about something like a broken arm?
First, I would check for any cuts. It's important to stop any bleeding first because you can lose a lot of blood very quickly. If there were any cuts, I would press on them with a clean cloth. Then I would find a way to keep the arm from moving. If I could, I would put ice on the arm for the pain. Finally,
Okay, so I want to ask Queen, what do you think about number 3, Queen?
Yes, number 3 is true.
Okay, you're absolutely right. Number 3 is definitely true. Okay, well done here. And we have number 4. Let's listen to it.
If there were any cuts, I would press on them with a clean cloth. Then I would find a way to keep the arm from moving. If I could, I would put ice on the arm for the pain. Finally, I would call an ambulance.
We'll be back with more from Madison after these messages.
All right, I hope you're done now. So I want to ask our student, Guyet, tell me the last one, please. Hello, Guyet. All right, Lynn, tell me the answer for number 4, please.
Yes, in my opinion, the number 4 is true. Have to stop bleeding if they have any cut.
Mm-hmm.
No.
All right, so they need to some objects in order to stop the bleeding. You're absolutely right. Very well done. Okay, my friends. Perfect listening skills, everyone, because you got all the answers correct. So well done for that part. Now, I think it's time for us to move on to the speaking part. Share with your partner, what would you do if someone had a cut, had a back injury, had a broken arm or leg, and had a sprained ankle? So here we have a conversation, and please pay attention to the phrases. So what would you do if your friend had a cut? If my friend had a cut, I would try to stop the bleeding by pressing on it with a clean cloth. It's very important to do that if the cut is deep. How about you? If he or she had a cut, I think I might stop it from bleeding and put on a bandage. Now guys, here we have the task, and you're going to take 3 minutes to have a conversation with each other, okay? Now I'll create breakout rooms. Alright, here. I'll create breakout rooms for you. Okay. So room 1. Okay, Hun, you're going to room 1 with Ling. Okay, I will assign Queen. You're going to room 2 with Bing. And Guyet, you will stay here and practice with me. Alright, I will put the... Okay, you need to discuss the given questions, guys, in 3 minutes. Please begin.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Queen.
Hello, Miss Bing.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So I will ask you, what would you do if your friend has a cut or broken arm and leg?
If my friend had a cat, I would keep stop bleeding. And if my friend had a broken arm or leg, I would keep the arm from moving to have them not hurt. And how about you? What would you do if someone have a sprained ankle?
In my opinion, when I see a sprained ankle, so it's very difficult to me. So I took the sprained ankle.
Yeah. I also feel that difficult. So, what would you do if someone have a broken arm?
Yes, if someone have broken arm, I think like you, because when I see it, I will check the arm and leg of them. ask them about the position, so I will keep the uh, keep the moving of arm or leg.
Yeah, keep the arm from moving.
Yes, keep the arm.
And yes, and then maybe we would call the ambulance because
Yes.
we not, yeah,
Yes.
because my ability is not enough
Yes.
to help them.
That's right. Thank you.
Okay.
So I forgot to say call the ambulance. Thank you.
um, when
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, guys, so alright. Thank you everyone for the discussions. You did absolutely perfect because you guys could ask each other good questions and the answers were also wonderful. Just for the general feedback, my friends, please, one more time, have a look at all the comments given in the chat box. By the end of the class, I usually don't have lots of comments because I love sharing my comments with you during the class, and I did so. If I had any comments regarding pronunciation, regarding grammar, I shared all of them with you during the class. So please, one more time, have a look at them and try to practice. So pay lots of attention to pronunciation comments and grammar comments. Another feedback that I want to give you as a whole class is vocabulary. Try to learn, guys, try to learn phrasal verbs. Because you all already have quite good grammar, you already have good vocabulary, good pronunciation. So at this level, you need to do something that will push you a level higher, right? So for that, I highly recommend you to learn phrasal verbs. It will be absolutely great. What are phrasal verbs? Words like look for, speak up, speak out, or look up. Okay, so these are all phrasal verbs. And if I hear you use phrasal verbs while talking, I immediately understand that your level of English proficiency is not really low. You are like intermediate level. So try to work on this, and this will definitely help you improve your skills, guys. So please do that. Alright, so in the end, we have the last question. Why is it important to know first aid? So let me ask Phil, can you please share your opinion about this?
Yes, I think it's so important to know first aid because you can help the people they had accident. Uh, yes, I think it's you have right way to help them to make sure that they get better or can deal with uh, common problem with their injury. Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay, you're absolutely right, of course. Very well done. I can totally understand your viewpoint and I definitely share it. So thank you for sharing. Okay, guys, you did absolutely great. Thank you, my friends. In the last part, I have a question for all of you. Use the target vocabulary to talk about accidents. Use the second conditional to talk about hypothetical or impossible situations in the future. And identify main ideas in an interview about tips on first aid. Tell me please everyone, can you do these things now?
yes,
Yes.
we can.
Okay, I also think that you can do it. You just need a little bit more speaking practice. So keep practicing, guys. Well done, everyone, for today. In the end, I want to remind you, please don't forget to complete your homework because it's necessary for your progress. And also, don't forget to rate the class because it's important for our native X team. So please do that. In the end, I want to ask you, do you have any questions regarding the class, guys? Any questions, everyone?
No,
I
we
don't
don't
know.
have
I
any.
have.
Okay, so if you have no questions, have a great day, have a great evening, everybody. And I really, really hope to see all of you again in my classroom. Thank you, guys. Have a great evening. Bye.
Thank you,
Yes,
teacher.
goodbye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.